nächste Mal schauen, dass wir einen anderen Stift nehmen, weil der steht ja ins Objektiv.
So hoch, gell?
Ja,
Genau,
das
Stift.
glaube ich,
Ja.
aber da sind ja mehrere drin, aber das ist,
Ja,
ist jetzt kein Problem. Das
Okay.
passt schon einigermaßen.
Ja. Das steht ein bisschen. Wegen das kann nicht der ganze Zoom auf.
Ah, ja.
Weil das kommt nicht raus, da muss
gut.
dann passen.
Notfalls tun wir noch ein bisschen absägen.
Ja.
Also mit den Pfeilen das Ganze ein bisschen runterziehen.
So.
So, was müssen wir machen?
Bisschen
Sagst du
höher.
mal, ja? Bisschen höher, ja.
Jo.
Okay.
Gut so.
Two-Person-Test.
Und dann ein bisschen hinten.
Nach hinten, ja.
Genau, wegen die Pfeile. So ist passt schon.
Rechts, ja.
Genau, so ist gut. Und
Perfekt. Quite fast this day.
mal so lassen.
Okay.
Gut.
So we adjust the camera to a position that
Super.
at maximum tele setting we have the full screen of the test chart inside like this, and we adjust the distance as well. Weg. Richtung horizontal. Okay.
Man muss nicht die
Genau.
Genau.
Okay, and let's repeat one. That's wurscht. So, die Amplifier noch einschalten, genau, ja.
Schauen wir mal, welche ist.
Müsste der sein.
Ja.
Yep. Jo, gut. So, just for the demonstration. Also den. No. How's that? It has just a very rough adjustment facility. Close the door, because this brings some additional light.
Der horizontal ist ein bisschen stärker, aber vertikal ist
Ja. Ein bisschen mehr. Wir müssen ja nicht genau präzise das machen. We also can viewers of the movies, probably it's better to show that we actually measure both directions.
Yeah.
So we adjust here the speed or the magnification and the magnitude of the movements of the cameras by means of these amplifiers. The signal varies in amplitude and also in frequency, because you don't see this here.
Yeah.
And this shows the magnitude of the shaker elevation, meant for the precise adjustment of the signal setting, because we measure at particular speeds or accelerations, to be more precise, at different
And on purpose you have the anti-shake off.
yes, at the moment it is off, and you clearly see that it is shaking. Just have to search, and
Mode 1 or Mode 2.
Mode 1 shows that it's clearly more stable. Rate the absolute quality of the shots, because they very much depend on the camera quality itself, but we evaluate the difference between on and off. That's also important to understand here. So for us it's more important to see distortions, but the difference between on and off, that's the major fact. Maybe next year. Okay.
Okay, I'm making on too. Okay.
Weil hier sind wir jetzt auch nicht so weit fahren. So actually what we do is we switch the camera, put a little bit here, go back to the camera, adjust it, take shots, show here some things, and that is actually all we have to perform here. And then we take shots simply like this, and another one, and other ones. Then we go to the camera, switch on and off the stabilizer in the menu. Maybe we can show this. Stop. I think we just should go for an English menu. Now we reach the stabilizer. Mode 1. We adjust it. Then we take the self timer. And now the shot is made. So, and this is repeated.
And off? And off.
Yeah, okay. And the next shot in the same way, but with image stabilizer off, which is displayed very nice on the screen. And oh, that was good. It was rather blurred. Good luck. Okay.
pixel.
Pentax, for example, they also use this system instead of lens. It's good as an optical stabilizer too. Of course, they have problems with large sensors. They are too massive, they are too heavy for the acceleration which is required. That's the reason why larger models. Because we're in a repeat loop, and when the disk winds back, and for tens of seconds there is no signal, and probably that's what you mean. The signal itself is just around the point that we move here, so it's continuously repeated. It's been the average of several persons, and therefore we have just a limited range of deviations.
Resolution. Resolution Tesatare bestimmt. Aha. Ja. Ja, das ist davon. Hast du die runtergenommen? Den Maßstab? Den kann man dann wegnehmen.
Example are best tested by using critical light conditions, and this means, for example, such bulb light or low light condition. That's the reason why we often use chart. It's a dual test. The center test chart is used for the resolution of cameras, visual test, and the outer test pattern is used for determining distortion of the lenses. Same situation, we take shots of this test chart here, manipulate this, set different white balance. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So for example, here we go for an automatic measurement. I switch to bulb light, for example. Take a shot. Select another set. Okay. And we take the shot. See that it is already distorted. possible with all. Just have to find a way how to do this. Does it have a special setting? No, does not have a setting yet. No, that's not. No, this is. I remember. It has just an automatic setting. One shot. No, sorry, wrong. This menu here, white balance. I just browse through just to demonstrate how much differences may apply if you use different light settings in the same situation. Okay, now we measure. Same as you know. Take a shot. Move it again. Go to the next setting. Take a shot again. Wait until it is stored. Next setting. Some more.
Mm-hmm. Can you press
The release, yeah. Schon anerkennt.
Ups.
Als nächstes das jetzt das Löser.
No problem. Okay.
Okay. Weiter nächste Einstellung suchen. Once again, this now would be the test setup.
fits in
Something like that.
on the camera.
Yeah, good.
Macht das vielleicht, ja, wenn die fertig sind mit den MP3-Tests oder
Nächste
so.
Woche. Oder ab Donnerstag kann man dann anfangen.
Ja.
Weil du kannst jetzt dann auch zum Beispiel die Resolution aufnehmen und die Distortion und auch die IT8, die können wir auch drüben machen, notfalls die Farbtestkarte.
Also diese AT8,
IT8
kann man drüber machen, ja.
Kann man auch machen, ja. Fenster zu,
Ja.
Licht oben aus und dann haben wir... So,
We need to close the door.
yes, of course, and we also dim the lights. Yep. Okay. Is it still enough?
It's still enough, yeah.
Still enough, okay. Or could we bit? So, that's too dark right now. What do? We release the flash. And that's all, more or less. And afterwards we watch taking photos on that. Which but you also like to see the camera, I guess, yeah? So, okay, good now. Low light. Oh, that's good. Tells us that there is low light. Perfect. Okay, so I just make some shots now. Next shot. Of course, right.
Recording.
Sorry. I covered the lens once again. This way down?
Yeah, yeah.
Searching for convenient takes. Uncut and edit to the needs. Shall we switch it on again?
Yeah.
Camera. Otherwise, no one will believe that we are really testing. The camera is off.
Yeah. And yeah, just let's try with the lights off. I'll just do a close up of the different.
Yep. Hope so.
Yeah, try and do it again.
I think I'll switch to the other side. Maybe we can have less dimming of our scenery that we'd like to take. No image and back. So here we are.
Flash.
No, usually not. We only use, or at many shots we use just the simply means left and right.
Okay.
No other meaning anymore. You see the bubble moving.
Next one. Just open several windows. You can switch
between them and see how different the results
Oh,
are.
yeah, yeah.
So maybe this is a nice view
Yeah.
for the person. Another one. Comparing, seeing what the differences are. See how different the results are.
Mhm.
And that's our job. Simply switching
Mm.
and looking, switching and looking. Not very impressive. That's all we can do, more or less. Right. Okay, here we go. Just a moment. So very different results. So, okay, let's
No, I think it's okay. I put the flaps in a
Huh?
little bit
Yeah.
and
Okay, we also can faster.
Achso.
Zu den Portable DVD-Player. Das kann sein.
Ich glaube, das ist von der letztes, was wir gemacht haben.
Ja, genau. Ja, da ist es von der Katze zu den anderen.
there's nothing on the camera. Just press away.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if you do the just again, just do a few presses. You don't actually have to press anything. Just click away and look at the screen. Could you click the mouse? A couple of times. Just a couple of clicks. Alright, go. Thanks. Good.
All right.
Yeah. We need and go. Excellent.
Weird. I hope it will work. No. Right now.
maybe it's good if we sit on a table here, just like in the TV, and showing some changes with the focal length.
Yeah.
That's great.
Looks like you're doing the
You're
tracking.
moving forward.
Wenn du dann S gehst, dieser Verschluss, da ist, sollst du dann selbst geben.
We need
Hier, hier macht das dann irgend so Messung.
Mhm.
Das brauchst du nicht.
Alright.
Hier macht das selbst eine Messung und so weiter, messt das und dann schaust du mal hin.
Aber wenn man ein bisschen Mischung braucht, ist dann so.
We'll see. Okay.
Alright. So, first question. And your name and position here, sir.
Well, my name is Michael Kogel. I am the responsible tester of digital cameras for ICRT, and we are going to tell a little bit about the way how we test digital cameras.
Alright, and what are you testing here?
Well, at the moment we are testing digital cameras for ICRT group. This means that we get samples of digital cameras which you can buy on market everywhere in Europe, get them for testing here, and we test them in a comparable way.
Okay. And so how many tests do you do each time?
Well, we test the whole year over. We collect several samples, put them into batches, so we are batch testing. This means that we gather together about 10 or 15 cameras, test them in a comparative way, and when this test is finished, the next ones are on. So we have up to 12 batches, 12 tests a year, and the total amount could be about 100 samples per year.
Okay. And who do you test them for?
We test all these cameras for the ICRT groups. This means this is an international collection of different companies all over Europe, well, all over the world, and they use our results for their publishing.
Okay. So when you are testing mobile phones, sorry, when you're testing digital cameras, what do you pay certain attention to?
Well, there are several items which are interesting in testing cameras. One of the major problems often appears when the images are blurred. So we test the image stabilizing functions, which are available now at many cameras. And another big issue which we are testing here is the color performance under especially difficult light conditions, low light conditions, which are tested severely. And also one of the major items is the flash, which is available at all cameras, and we try to test this in a very intensively way.
And what about panning and tilting and moving?
Yeah, panning and tilting is a problem, especially when taking movies. You know that every camera also is...
Just a moment. Could you start the sentence with my question? So sorry. Another important thing.
Yes, I understand, yeah. Okay. Another important issue is panning quality, especially for taking movies of digital cameras. Every camera is able to take short movie clips, sequences, but the quality of these different brands and samples is quite differing. So we test it as a very important fact.
Right. And under what conditions are you testing these products?
Well, we test these products in our lab facilities, but under conditions which are comparable to situations that a normal user uses these cameras. This means we try to simulate the outdoor conditions and have all cameras tested in a very comparable and repeatable way. And this applies as well to laboratory measurements
and as well to practical tests like portrait shots or taking movies from real sceneries outside.
And how do you measure the results you get?
We measure the results in different ways. We do technical evaluation by means of testing software, for example, so we get numbers, but we also have very much impact onto visual inspections. Of course, digital cameras, they produce photos, and so we also produce photos from our testing shots, and we use a testing panel of several persons who rate the quality of these prints and photos in a visual way.
And could you briefly tell us how are the results then, just in general?
Well, in general, there is a large difference of the results that we get from the cameras. Simply spoken, we have the impression that the price does not automatically match the quality. So it can well be that a cheaper camera performs a similar quality of the pictures, but the price mainly is related to the amount of available functions and features that this camera offers. And on the other hand, in our eyes, it is very important that the user really knows what he expects from the camera, what he's going to use this camera for, and therefore the personal quality of the camera very much differs depending on what he expects.
And so did you talk about all of the tests, the stabilization? How do you test that, for instance?
Well, the test of the image stabilization gives us an impression how good the camera performs, especially under low light. If you don't use a tripod, for example, if you take the shots from freehand and without the use of an image stabilizer, the pictures are often blurred. And a good image stabilization function of a digital camera can help you very much in getting stable, clear and sharp photos.
And how many times do you test this one, the image stabilizer?
Well, there are many test shots that we collect. Of course, only 1, 2 or 3 shots would not give a really realistic impression of the quality. Because of that, we take, for example, for the image stabilizer, 80 shots for each camera, and all these 80 shots are evaluated one by one after the other by a test team. A very hard work to do, but it's important to get a real impression of the quality of this feature.
And how about the rotation if an object moves and not just image stabilization?
Well, you have to distinguish between 2 ways of blurred pictures. The one is caused by the shake of your hands, and this is tested and probably well eliminated by the use of the image stabilization function of the camera. The second problem is the problem with moving subjects which you'd like to take. The faster they move, the more problems you have. And this can be eliminated by increasing, for example, the light sensitivity so that the camera uses a faster shutter speed. So simply spoken, the camera takes a photo of a subject that does not move that much in the same time. And by combining these 2 different possibilities, which we test, for example, with a rotating test chart on a turntable, we can get an impression of both possible distortions.
So, do you have anything else to add? A last comment?
Well, my advice for the reader of our tests is that first he should well think of what he's going to do with the camera. Does he expect an easy shooting camera? Does he expect more professional functions from the camera? That should be his first selection of the cameras, and not only looking at the best result can be a camera that he will not be fully satisfied with, because this camera maybe is too complicated and offers too much confusing functions for him. An easier camera, which according to our tests also will deliver very good quality, maybe is a better choice for him.
Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else you'd like to add?
Please have a look at the results and read them carefully, not only looking onto the final total test quality result, but look in detail, because we have good cameras, but these cameras differ very much under certain conditions. We have cameras that perform well on bad light conditions, others perform well with manual adjustment. So please have a look in detail, and then you have a better choice for your personal needs of the camera.
Alright, cool. And I think that's it. I think, did we get all the tests we did today? We did the flash, yeah?
We had the flash,
image stabilizer.
We're still performing the outdoor, the panning sceneries, together maybe with an outdoor shooting. And
tell a little bit about the color testing.
Well, the color testing is performed by taking shots of a predefined color test shot under different light conditions, and we check the different settings which are available at the cameras: automatic setting or manual setting or manual measurement adjustment. We take shots with all these settings of the camera, and afterwards we collect these photos, print them, watch them on screen, and make an evaluation with the help of a testing panel.
Just a moment. Okay. Yeah, so how do you test the panning abilities of a camera?
We position the test sample onto a tripod and manually pan over a scenery which offers lots of details. In practice, we use an outdoor shooting where we have trees and lanes and some houses also in the background, so the camera is forced to show very much details, and also details which are very clear and sharp, to be distinct between the background and the foreground. And there we have the impression that there are cameras available which offer very unsteady movements. On the other hand, picture is rather sharp, but we also have cameras which behave just the other way around. This means that they are rather fluently, but the picture is unsharp. The contrast modifies constantly. The focus system is working constantly. So this altogether leads to a rather bad impression of the quality of the movie.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
And these application tools actually get recycled by IIS. I mean, we shouldn't be advertising that in case of application crash, IIS recycles.